So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank your choking game?
Like my ability to choke under pressure?
No, I mean to take your fingers and wrap them around someone's throat and just squeeze the life out of them. You hear their trachea pop and you can hear their last gasp. Their very soul escape from their lips and the light leave their eyes.
You're fully erect right now, aren't you?
I don't judge you for your weird things.
All right, Coach Mikal, who are we meeting?
Two of my awesome coaches and champions here at Aces Jiu Jitsu Club, our program director, Luke Ware, and one of our awesome champs over here, Ty Strang.
Am I hearing this right? We are going to learn how to, as you put it, choke out a hipster?
Yes.
This is an episode I have wanted to do for a long time, and I thought it was going to be just me and you in your garage. Really glad it's not. I saw something on YouTube and I thought, I'm gonna do that to Brian.
Just by trial and error. Yeah, we'll have the phone, 911. So in this case, we are all wearing a ghee, which is an important part of choking out. How does that work?
So it's an important part of choking hipsters, right? And it's also an important part of Jiu-Jitsu, right?
Okay.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu often classically is using what's called the ghee or the kimono, right? Which simulates street clothes.
Oh, that's right. It's like a jacket and loose-fitting pants.
Absolutely. It's like, what are those crazy pajamas you're wearing? Well, actually, I'm simulating a jacket and pants, all of which become encumbrances, right? Things that get in the way during a fight, or things you can use to, in this situation, strangle someone unconscious.
Yeah, that's something amazing, because I would never think to use someone's own clothing against them naturally.
Yes. Except in insults.
Yes, exactly.
You should read our comments section.
I'm going to show it on you, or you show it on one of our...
Yeah, no, go
You do
ahead.
it to me.
All right.
Then I do it to you.
Okay, so in this case, I'm what? Am I hostile, or I'm just minding my own business? Cracking open a PBR?
So in this situation, we're just practicing and training it, so I just want you to get into what's called a combat position.
Okay.
Right? So, very good. Excellent. It's like we're striking. All right, so here we are. First things first, I'm going to stand in a good position my own self, and I want to make sure my head is close in case they start trying to punch me. Right?
Oh, that's right, because I can't get up.
Absolutely. It's really difficult inside of this situation. I'm really tight, right? And if they do hit me, these punches aren't really gonna work very well.
Right.
Inside punch isn't, because my arm is in the way.
Okay.
All right, I'm zippering and opening that collar.
Okay.
Right? I'm gonna send my hand all the way back. Most common mistake is when people don't go all the way back. Right here, you can move around a lot, right?
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much right behind his head.
Yes. And I feel it just super tight all along here already.
We call this got your spine.
Yes, and it does. It feels like you're about to do a Scorpion's finishing move.
Sub-Zero wins.
Yes.
Good night, Brian.
So now, when people teach this, a lot of times they teach it facing the person straight on. I don't like that.
Yeah.
In my experience, I like to stand off to the side so I can get what's called a blood choke.
Okay.
Now let's remember, when you feel especially uncomfortable,
Yeah.
it's important for you to tap me three times and say tap, tap, tap. Ready, go.
Okay, got it. Uh-oh. Tap.
Excellent. That lets me know to let you go.
Okay.
Right? So once I'm here, a lot of people teach to go all the way back behind that ear.
Yeah.
But again, that doesn't work as well in a live situation.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna grab right here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna motorcycle and bring my head in.
Oh my God, the world went away. That was astonishing. And all you're doing is you're just using like a scissor motion to grab and fulcrum in?
That's not what I'm doing.
All right.
Right? I'm motorcycling my wrists.
You're accelerating.
Bringing my elbows in. And by the way, when you motorcycle, it's actually vroom, right?
Oh,
not
but
vroom.
you're, okay.
But I call it that.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
So anyway, once I have them here, I am vroom, right? Bringing them in, and then I'm bringing my elbows into my body and using my head to create counter pressure. Does that make sense?
You have to experience this.
So let's bring one leg forward.
Sure. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, so here we are. I'm just gonna open up the collar first.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay really close. I'm gonna slide in.
Grab the spine.
Yeah, that's like, I'm already mostly immobilized.
And you grab underneath.
Yes.
Now let's talk about why it's called a blood choke.
I'm good. And also, how dangerous is this?
So there's two main ways you can strangle someone until they're unconscious and potentially kill them.
Like
No. You always see that in movies, by the way, and that offends me. It offends me on like a visceral level.
Like it's just such a wrong, dumb way to do it.
It's just such a wrong way, like years of teaching people to choke people incorrectly. So the two main ways to strangle someone unconscious are an air choke and a blood choke, right? An air choke restricts the oxygen going to your brain. A blood choke restricts the blood going to your brain.
I would imagine that the blood choke would be faster because the whole reason you breathe is to oxygenate your blood, but if you just stop the blood, you go out faster?
Way faster.
Okay.
Right? There's a pro and con to both, right? The air choke is more painful. It takes a little bit longer, and by a little bit longer, I mean 8 to 10 seconds.
Seems like a long time.
It feels like a long time when you're only being strangled.
Yeah.
The blood choke can take like 3 to 5 seconds when applied correctly. You're gonna feel more pressure off to the side of your neck,
Okay.
and the air choke is gonna be more here, like attacking your trachea,
And so is it hitting these, what, are these jugulars?
your artery.
Arteries?
And it's just
Yeah.
on one side.
Okay,
Yeah.
whoa, just on one?
Yeah. So both of you can see.
All right.
Coach Luke's gonna help me out real quick. So here I have Coach Luke. First things first, I make sure that I get it really tight into his body. I don't want to be out here and then I grab him and then bam, he hits me, or some kind of crazy stuff happens there. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna open up his collar.
And this works with a jacket just as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you're gonna open his collar, right? And then you ever play that airplane game with your hand? Meow, right? You're gonna do the exact same thing and guide up the collar with your fingertips.
It looks very sensual when you do it like that.
And then you're gonna
Slowly.
create pressure, and then you're gonna grip at the end and bring
Gotcha.
your elbow in. Now that my elbow is in, I like to make sure I step off just a little bit to the side. When I'm off to the side, his stance is not very effective, right? So it's easy for me to take him down if that's my next game plan. A lot of people will teach you to go all the way up back behind his ear. That's not my favorite way to do it because I'm gonna use his jacket to choke him, right? So I'm gonna grip, then I'm gonna motorcycle, boom, and there's his choke.
It's amazing because you don't see much motion on your hands at all. It's just, I guess, just
No.
an increase of pressure on there.
For sure, and a lot of people, they think that they should move their elbows to
Yeah.
create more of a scissor motion,
Right.
But that's not what you're supposed to do. It's actually here at that focal point where I'm tightening up. Whenever I'm strangling someone, I'm restricting something.
It's just a very unusual sentence to hear someone say. but yes, and this is a blood choke. And then
It can be a blood or an air choke.
depending on positioning or...
Almost every choke can be a blood or an air choke, depending
Okay.
on where
Where
the
the
pressure
emphasis.
lands on their neck.
Got it. I want to, how do we learn it?
All right, let's do this. How about you guys are each gonna go with a different coach.
Roger that.
Right, and you're gonna start strangling your coaches, and they're gonna help you out, and so will I as I come
nice
around
of
and
them.
make small adjustments.
Okay,
for
all
you.
right, all right.
1, 2, 3.
Aces.
First things first. Yes, excellent. Open up. So when you open up, you keep your elbow in. Nice. You want them nice and close. Very good. Excellent. So now that we're here, you're gonna send your hand all the way back. And then once you get back, don't squeeze your hand yet. You're gonna pull back a little bit more,
Sure.
and then you're gonna tighten up.
Oh, wow.
Excellent. Now
then
now you tell
like
him,
that.
got your spine.
Got your spine.
Got your spine.
See? You saw the fear in his eyes. So now we're gonna let go with this hand. Now you wanna be slightly off center. So you're gonna take one small half step.
Okay.
Boom. You're gonna reach underneath.
Under, okay.
There you go. The second hand is always under. So now we're gonna bring these two elbows tight together. I'm gonna motorcycle, vroom. Bring your head in and start to drag him down a little bit. You're almost there, almost there. Very good.
Oh, wow, okay. I was like, I'm just not doing it right at all.
No, these things aren't easy. I want you to feel this again, where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. All right, now I'm pressing with this elbow out, and I'm pulling with this hand.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So it's not just like pulling him down and
Yeah.
not choking, right? I'm pressing, counter pressure. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do that again.
Okay.
Open him up. Send the hand in all the way back.
Got your spine.
Nice, excellent.
Under.
Send underneath.
Way back here.
Doesn't have to be that far back.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
there you go. Since
Okay.
you're so deep on the other hand, you don't have to be that far
Pulling
back.
close.
Counter pressure and hey!
Awesome.
How'd that feel?
Technical.
Yes.
It's one of those where you step, 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 step.
Yes.
And everything should be in its exact place for maximum efficiency, but
Yes.
there's definitely a method to it. It's
Yes.
not just a mindless attack. It's a technique.
It is a technique. And you get to strangle someone.
Also that, which I've always wanted. No, I haven't I've always heard was very gratifying.
It is. I love the way you put that.
All right, so combat stance, right?
All right, so in order to do this choke, you want to start in this good stance.
Yep.
All right, now remember the first step, you're gonna use your rear hand.
Come in, the thumb peels,
Yes.
and then you go all the way up to the spine, grab the spine
Yep.
where the
and
tag
remember,
is.
when you're here,
Yep.
give it a little extra tug at the end.
Okay.
Oh, you got a little extra, didn't you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
Now-
so use the right hand to assist,
Yes,
grabbing as
that's
much
correct.
as possible.
Bring your elbow in, and you want to get a little close because you don't want to get hit.
Right.
Right. So now we're gonna step off to the side a little bit.
Okay.
reach underneath. Remember, what strangles him is counter pressure. So you're gonna put pressure this way and then pressure this way.
Okay.
And then motorcycle your wrists.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Am I doing it? I'm not. He's not reacting. Oh, I choked him.
Very good. It takes a little extra to choke Coach Ty.
You're a little flush. That was amazing.
I hear the Inception going, goes.
He likes to live dangerously, so he lets it ride all the way out. That's a legit choke. If you choke Coach Ty,
Yeah.
it's a legit choke.
Oh, dude, thank you. That's amazing. All right, now there's only one more target for me to take on. A new challenger approaches.
All right. First of all, let's remember, when you feel uncomfortable, all you gotta do is tap. Tap, tap, tap.
Okay.
And you're not gonna be able to say it because you'll be choking. Who's going first?
I will go. You can do me first.
All right, so
Starting a good stance. Good stance.
And okay. Yeah. Peel. Oh, what? Oh. It's okay. Yep.
coming in close.
Oh, okay.
Under.
You're too good. You're too good. You're too. Wait. Okay. Wow. I tried to pull a Coach Ty. Hold on too long. That was amazing.
That's okay.
Think about Coach Tice. He's known for how much oxygen his brain doesn't need. You're not even in the same category.
Wow. And I could tell, like, obviously we have very timid moves at this point because we're still learning. But like, we've got a friend of ours who does MMA, and like he just chung, and it hits you so fast, you're not ready for it.
For sure. That comes from repetition and practice. It's your first day.
With us, it's like, is it working? Is it working? I don't know if it's working.
All right, here, let me give it a try.
Yep.
All right, now.
All right, ready?
Tap!
All right, so.
He's killed him.
Yeah. All right, so
The
here,
final
I'm gonna
modern
grab,
road.
I'm gonna grab, do this, get some more in there, come up
Underneath.
from underneath, get
Off
in
to your
tight.
side. No.
Oh.
Head on the other side.
Head on the other side, okay.
Now remember, 5 head in against his temple.
5 head against his temple.
wow.
Yeah.
Step.
Are you feeling it?
Now,
Okay, here we
now
go,
turn
ready?
it on.
And turn it on. No? Okay.
That was
You
a
look
choke.
a little flush.
Well, tingling.
Here's an important thing to remember about chokes, right? You guys mind if I tell a story?
Yeah, go for it.
This is a time I was bouncing, right? And it's one of the stories I can't tell. There was a situation where we had somebody who was getting real violent, had to take him down the stairs.
Yep.
Let go of him. He decided he wanted to fight, so, the fight ensued. Right, I've been training this time. At this time, I already, I was a blue belt in Jiu Jitsu, and I had already won tournaments around the world. And so I was very confident in my abilities. I took the guy down, put him in a position, started to strangle him and choke him out, and he didn't go out. And I got really, I started to freak out. I started to get really upset with myself. I'm like, this guy, I can't believe you're not choking him out already. You're a champion, you're embarrassing your family. And then I started creating a counter plan, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to transition to get on top of him, and because I was behind him, right?
Right.
I'm strangling him, and I was like, I'm gonna have to transition my hips and use my hands to underhook him, get on top, and I'll have to knock him out, right?
Yeah.
So I created my plan, my positive self-talk. You ready, Mikal? I'm ready. Are you ready, Mikal? I'm ready, right? And then I'm about to let go, and then he goes slack and goes unconscious and goes to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Now to me, this is like 60 seconds of long holding this guy down, which is very embarrassing, by the way, on the part of a professional fighter.
Yeah, because
right?
in your mind, the only reason this can happen is you must have executed poor form.
Poor form,
Yeah.
absolutely, right? So I looked at the other bouncers as they're running up, and they're like, huffing and puffing, and I'm like, I'm sorry guys, that was just ridiculous. I can't believe that. Did you see that? And they were like, what was ridiculous? And I was like, well, that it took me like a full minute plus to strangle out this this guy and finish the fight. By the way, strangling someone unconscious is a way to finish the fight without hurting them.
Yeah.
As badly, right? And
Right.
hitting them, I have to start striking them. And
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when you knock them out, they've got brain damage to deal with.
for sure, maybe
Yeah.
broken jaw.
Yeah.
Right, all kind of. So they were like, how long do you think it takes us to run from the top of the flight of stairs to the bottom of the flight of stairs?
Oh, you were just in that time warp of the adrenaline rush.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? So to me, it was 60 seconds when in actuality, it took them, like 6-10 seconds to run down there. That's how long the interaction lasted.
Yeah.
The interaction.
Dude.
Right?
So theoretically, like, is it safe for us to practice on each other?
It is safe as long as you do something that I do to this day and that I teach all my students to do, which is to count. And that keeps you in line with reality, or we could collectively call reality.
Yeah.
Right? That's a whole nother subject. Instead of wondering, am I doing it? Am I doing it? Instead, count up to 10 seconds, count back down from 10 seconds. If you haven't strangled them by that time, it's time to let go so you don't burn your arms out. And after I started instituting that new tool and technique for myself, I, by the way, have never made it all the way up to 10. let alone back down to the full 20.
You institute a structure that is external from your situation so that
Yes.
you don't fall into that subjective trap of thinking you're doing something wrong. Dude, I'm gonna choke you so much.
We're gonna end every episode like
with
this.
a choke out.
Yeah.
Coach
Absolutely.
Mikal, that was amazing.
My
Dude,
pleasure.
thank you, gentlemen. All right.
Oh, you didn't get to choke. You didn't get to strangle Brian.
Oh, no, he did.
Oh, he did.
Oh, he
Oh,
did.
he did?
He was
Okay.
first. He was first.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, you're right. I didn't.
Okay, under. You're too good. You're too good. You're too wait. Okay. Wow.